the loading. Hi everyone, it's Jaded Goddess. Here again to play more Vampyr. This time we gotta question the citizens around here and then find hints about the infection or infected.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Well, investigate the infection before people, for the, I don't know, I'm tired. It's hard doing these streams like late at night because then I kind of like, I have a hard time, like, I don't know, because I end up feeling tired after the day, but it's like the only like downtime I get to actually enjoy. Well, there are times in the morning though, but it's all a work in progress.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Can I help you, Miss Billow? I'm a doctor.
The rats. I need them.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
Infection. Infection. The rats carry it, I heard. Rats. 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 Many rats around that big house. Funny smell, too. Dead flesh.
And where is this house?
West of the park. Not very far. A big house with no sound, no light, no life left.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Okay, normally when that happens, I have to wait until something. Okay, that's probably my something.
You make me sick, you juicy warm treat. Damn it! Oh my! What have we got here? A dead rat. Oh, gross. So tempting. Eternal life. Through the blood of the lesser beasts, he said. Oh, dear God, help me. Save me, for I can't stand what I've become.
I cannot enter.
Rats. Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
Why do you eat rats, Karina?
Their flesh contains the path to immortality. I have to eat them all if I want to live. Help me. Please. Make it stop.
I don't know if I can, miss. You have been tricked, forced to play a disgusting game. I don't know how to save you.
Kill me then, Doctor. Take my life. I beg you.
If that's really what you want. Is it really what you want, Miss Billow?
No, it's not what I want. I wanted to live forever, but I've been tricked. Now, I want this torture to stop. So, yes, sir. Make it stop.
I already feel like I fucked that up. I should have mentioned the econ and then maybe she would have told me more and then...
Thank you for releasing me. I can finally say the name of my torturer. It's Jacob Blackwood.
Okay, well, I guess that still worked out because I found out the name of the person, but I feel I should have kept going to try to get more hints out of her. And it looks like I might be doing a side thing, a side quest before doing the main. Just because now I'm like, you know, curious about this. Vampires, through centuries. Visitors, but St. Paul. Okay. I'll pull up this real quick. Okay, there we go. I sure have been collecting a lot of these. Pretty good so far. Whoa, how does one walk? Okay, here we go. I am probably gonna need to find a hideout pretty soon after all this is said and done. Okay, I guess that's just for looks.
It's locked.
I can't walk in water. I can't go that way, so this way we go. Am I back where I was before when I fought that one guy? I think I am. Yeah, I'm like nowhere near over here. Okay, I need a tail on back. Because it's not time for me to go this way yet. Back up. Well, at least there's,
I cannot enter.
my bad. At least I know there's a way to get, a safer way to get from one point to another, but I thought that was a door. It's not. could just push open the door, but I understand it needs to load. Happening. I need to keep my timer, my phone charged for my timer because tonight I'll be playing 3 different games for an hour. Each hour. There we go. Alright, so that econ I'm going to have to just wait until I eventually come across them. So I'm gonna stay on the main quest, the main area that I need to go to. Am I in the... No, I'm not in the right place. Almost there, though.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Ooh, I ran right into that fucking one, didn't I? Okay. I need to remember I have to take my time. Especially now since the enemies are a lot stronger than they were before. Because in the earlier districts they were at 12 and I think 15. Now, like, I don't know if those were, but now they're at like almost 24, I believe. So hopefully I come across a hideout. I swear, like, half my time gets used just on this loading screen alone. It takes a long time. Okay, where was I? Plus, I need to upgrade my weapon too. I think I should have enough to upgrade my weapon. I just found out from my friend that I could switch between a two-handed and a gun, but I'm still walking around just beating everybody with a fucking bat. last time. Ooh, more good handle parts. It looked like I could go in here.
It's locked.
Nope. It'd be nice to have a key under the mat, right?
Get them weapons!
Sorry, dude, you're alone.
Lord, give us
Okay, never mind. I was lied to. You weren't alone.
step back! It's a leech! It's too fucking hard!
Alright. I guess just keep trucking forward. I don't have a key to that. Can I like break a window? Get in? Can I go up there? No. Okay. Not time to go here then. So, there's supposed to be civilians around here, but I don't see any. Citizens, I mean, not civilians. Did I just do what I think I did? I did. So, oh, all in this area. Okay, I'll just, well, so normally I just pick up people like this, and I can see where people are within their, like, kind of the area. Oh, well. There we go.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the ladies,
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. The epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
Oh, there we go.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. So many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Dude, have you seen my eyes? They're not exactly normal.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Ooh. Okay, well, I got
You
more
need some
hints on
rest,
that one.
Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Oh, he has a migraine. Come here, bud.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I should have
I
some of
won't
the
lie
headache
to you,
medicine.
Johnny, I'm not a well man.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
You need
There
some
we go.
rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Alright, now he's recovering. Who are you?
Lord, the equality between...
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons.
What?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Dang, that's funny.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Ooh.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear
Emily
about
isn't
what
the one
happened to
that I
your
just,
sister, sir. Mother
embraced.
says it was not your fault.
Because I don't remember
Does
her
it
name.
not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants. They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Okay, so this went away, so I'm assuming that I investigated whatever citizens were here, so go this way now. Wait, did I just go in a circle like a dumbass? Yes, I did.
I cannot enter.
Ah, how did I not notice this before? That's not good.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage. He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you?
What the fuck?
No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, she's obviously really fucking poisonous. Oh my god. How am I gonna fight this bitch? I wasn't even paying attention to what level she was either. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Load. A little quicker. Faster. Please. Hurry up. Why do I feel it like stopped when I was asking it to hurry up and load? Okay, let's remove that. Because those kind of get confusing after a bit. Alright, I'm just gonna... can I? Let's see. I should be able to. So... Am I unable to switch my weapons this way? Oh, well, this is just fucked. I thought that would skip.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you?
Now I'm allowed to skip scenes? Oh, this is just so confusing. Oh, shit. Oh, she's level 28. I shouldn't even be messing with this person yet. So, I need to find a hideout and level because I'm hitting her and it's not affecting her as much. And thing is, I don't remember coming across any hideouts on my way here to the district. Come on, load, please. Okay, first things first. I need to find a hideout. I'm not even gonna bother with this. Okay, so apparently there's a hideout. It'd be nice if there was like a little mini map in the corner. I mean, that would be a lot more helpful instead of me keep going back and forth to keep referring to that. Oh, this is my place. What? No way. Okay. Before I do all that, let's level this boy up. Ooh, your eyes. Your eyes. My goodness. I've gotten a lot redder. Alright, so I'm gonna upgrade this. No. Okay, that's a whole 4,000. Let me see. Let's get the bite on. Okay, I could do 1,000 of that. 600 of this. More of this. You trade the instant health gain for a greater regeneration. You trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost on your health regeneration. I never really drop on them, so that I don't think that's gonna help me much. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. How did he die? When did he die? Okay, so it wasn't that lady that I killed. Okay, well, that's good to know. Venus, Clarice, Charlotte. Oh, maybe it was that one guy. I kept getting tormented by that one vampire who kept beating my ass. There we go. We're getting more shit. Alright. Weapon time. Ah, I need more good handle parts. Okay, so let's see. Enhanced damage, increased damage dealt by 10%. Decrease stamina consumption. I want heavy hitting. We ain't here for that weak shit. Okay, and okay. So if I'm able to use both, how do I equip them then? Let's see. Okay, so damn. Okay, how do I, how do, what do, when do? Okay, so I take it I go, bleh. Oh, okay, here we go. So offhand, no, I can't equip it? Oh, okay, I see you. That makes sense. So I could wait. So okay, well whatever. That's fine. That's all fine and dandy with me. This one I don't really use. I'll try those two. What's this one? Oh, I haven't really upgraded that yet. Okay, so I'll if I figure that out. What's all this yelling going on?
Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother.
War, death,
I'm finally home.
Yes.
vampire.
For this son of mine was
Sister,
dead
bye-bye.
and is alive again. He was lost and now found.
And now we're
But
roaming
where is your
around.
sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Oh, does she have?
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Are you working on a new painting?
Never
Not recently.
mentioned
I
his
have trouble
father.
focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you,
They're all vampires.
trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
This is sad.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Well, she's healthy. It's a good thing. It'll be 35 and I'll be around the corner.
Mary? Oh, my dear daughter. How are you tonight? How is your sweet...
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
That's interesting.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really, except all the MacPhersons' servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
The MacPhersons? Where do they live?
I think it's a rich house near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir, so my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
I mean, my home is here, but I really don't know. Like, because his life is gonna be way more different now than it's been before.
I really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
I didn't think
But
he was
please
gonna
return
say
as soon as
that.
possible.
Like, I was hoping it was gonna be more like, you know what, I really don't know because so many things have changed. Like, in kind of like that aspect. But instead, he just kind of went the whole, like, New Horizons, maybe depart from London again and stuff like that. And that was just kind of like, ugh, you dingbat. Alright, so we're at about 11 minutes over the 1 hour mark. So next time I come back, we'll focus more on leveling and then return back to that house to get rid of that, I was about to call it a goblin, I don't know what to call it. More of like the poisonous skull, maybe it should be called, because I don't know what to call it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you maybe in a few minutes. But until next time, bye.